guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Violet. Lately I've been really into instant photography. Today I wanted to talk about should you bring your instant cameras to Disneyland. We drove in our minivan with our 5 kiddos, and each of my 3 older kids have their own Instax mini camera. Santa made sure they had the pictures to take on the trip, so hopefully each day they could take at least 10 photos. My husband got me the Polaroid Now for Christmas. This was my very first experience with instant photography, so I had to learn how this thing worked. It's actually really easy. You just hit the power button and you point and you shoot. You can do double exposures, you can do timers, and you can control the flash. This camera did pretty well, but I will say the film is extremely dreamy in the kind of darker conditions in California. I mean, it's winter there too. It's beautiful, but it wasn't perfectly lit all the time, so the photos do look a little bit dark. But the Instax Fuji pictures were also a little bit hit and miss because my kiddos were learning how to adjust and use them in real time as well. It was actually a really fun experience. A highlight of the trip was taking the photos and watching them develop while we were waiting in line for different attractions. When we saw something that was extra special, I really loved taking my Polaroid camera to Goofy's kitchen with my 2-year-old and my bebe. We got some really cool instant photos with Chip and Dale, Minnie Mouse, Goofy. She just adores Minnie Mouse. That was something new and very, very cool. And there's nothing like taking a break, watching a photo develop, and really taking in the moment. So it helps with all the different kinds of memory. Our sense memory really does appreciate a little time to cook. So I'm remembering the smells, the sights, the sounds. It's just wonderful. Smartphone is going to take better pictures than you can with any instant cameras. This is for the experience. This is like having a fancy macaron cookie or a Mickey Mouse waffle or grabbing a balloon. This is to help make the memories beautiful. But if you want really good pictures, use your smartphone. But please get a fuel rod or bring a charger, because we were constantly taking so many pictures we were running out of battery the whole time. Every single day we had to do an emergency charge of some kind. Fuel rods are expensive. If you have a rechargeable battery of your own, that's probably the way to go. All that being said, for my kiddos, they don't have smartphones, so having instant photos is a great way to give them that opportunity. But I wanted to give them more than that. We didn't have 35mm cameras, so waiting to develop film in the 90s was a great time. They weren't going to have that. So what I did is, on my spin bike one day, I sorted all the Disneyland photos into different albums. There's an album for Noel, Beowulf, Marigold, and Starling. Then I bought this Instax square printer. So these are not quite as big as Polaroids, but they're a really cool size, and the app lets you do some tweaking, editing frames, and each of my kids got access to 20 prints, so that's a double pack of the square film. It's a little bit expensive to do it that way. I'll put in the price in it here in the links below. You can see where we pick it up. And they've got to print their 20 pictures and edit them from here and put them in a scrapbook album. So we ended up doing 2 different albums for each child. The first album was the instant pictures they took in the moment at the parks. And the second one was a photo that I sorted for them. They picked 20 from their album, edited it, printed it, and put it into a Creative Memories scrapbook. Again, back in the 90s, I used to go on scrapbooking party dates with all the lovely ladies at the upstairs hall in the arena, and I made scrapbooks. I made Disneyland scrapbooks, and the fact is the Creative Memories books are acid-free paper, high quality, beautiful. It's not such a thing anymore, so I'm able to pick them up at Value Village. I'm able to pick them up on Facebook Marketplace. They're really high quality, beautiful texture. They're nice and thick, and oh my goodness, I would say they're so fun to write on the covers in silver Sharpie. That feels kind of sacrilegious, but it was pretty fun. And then I will say, do not use Sharpie on the acid-free paper, because I've tried that on one of the kiddos' books and it leaks through. You need a daintier pen. Don't use a big old fat Sharpie because you're gonna make a mess. However, I really liked having these 2 types of albums for each kiddo. This allowed them to have their memories in the moment, the experiential memories, the I love Mickey waffles, they're delicious type of sensory remembrance. And then when we came home, they were able to sort through the pictures I took of them that were super high quality smartphone, beautiful, gorgeous, perfect, whatever, balanced, filtered, who cares. edit them, print them, watch them develop, and kind of relive that memory. So I would 100% recommend you take an instant camera, and I'd also 100% recommend you bring a smartphone and you take your photos with your instant camera, and you take a photo with the smartphone, and you take lots and lots of photos. There's nothing quite like waiting in line, watching a picture develop. I adore my Polaroid. It takes I-type film and it takes a really long time to develop. You get such interesting results. I think every time someone gets a Polaroid camera, the first thing they do is freak out because they've got the tongue spit out. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm gonna turn it on. Unless it's embarrassing, but I'm gonna take a selfie so you can see what I mean, okay? This is gonna be my YouTube selfie. First thing, my daughter, she's 2, and we both did the same thing, okay? So you'll probably do this too. So you wanna pull the tongue out. It's like, what is this horrible black thing on my beautiful piece of film? But I'm using expired film. Some of them have burn marks on them. I had 1 pack of Polaroid film that went totally toast. It was very sad. It was printing 2 at a time, and I think I lost 3 photos to burn marks. So yes, I will open that for you. Anyways, Polaroid film is tricky, but that's kind of what makes it fun. Sometimes it works great, sometimes it does things you don't expect, and I think that's why I enjoy it so much, because unpredictability makes life amazing. Anyways, if you found this helpful at all and would like more Disneyland tips and tricks with a large family to help make it magical and memorable, let me know and I'll do my best to make some more content about our California drive. We are Canadian, so I don't think we'll be doing that again for a long time. I've said like 5 years, 3 to 5 years. Hopefully my kids can wait that long. Thank you. Subscribe to this channel. If you do, well, you're going to be helping out a mother of 5 get remonetized. Yay! If that isn't cringy, I don't know what is. Okay, it was great. And we took lots of photos. I like taking photos. Do you like taking photos?
No, it's Dada.
Tell me about your Disneyland tips and tricks with kids. Cool things you had fun with? Yeah, she loves this. My 2-year-old, oh my goodness, had a wonderful time with this. I feel like this is less cringy because my little girl's in the background, saving me from myself. Thank you, darling. Here's the photos she printed on her. And let's add them later. Probably here would be good. She likes to put them in, so we'll do that later.